Imagine a world quite different from our own. Picture a planet Earth, where humans are not the dominant species. This is a world where the familiar hierarchy has been completely overturned. Animals, in their astonishing diversity, now hold sway. They are the architects, the engineers, the rulers of this transformed globe. This isn't a catastrophe for the planet, it's a profound change in its operating system. The air, the land, and the waters pulse with a new, wild rhythm. It is a world returned to a more ancient order, yet utterly new in its expression. This concept, animals ruling the world, sparks the imagination. It invites us to consider the capabilities of other living beings. We often see animals through a human-centric lens, underestimating their intelligence and adaptability. Yet the natural world is full of complex behaviors and sophisticated survival strategies. From the smallest insect to the largest whale, life has found remarkable ways to thrive across eons. This shift would be the ultimate test of those inherent abilities, on a scale never before witnessed by our kind. The planet itself might breathe a sigh of relief. Consider the sheer scale of such a transition. Billions of human lives and their intricate societies suddenly receding. In their place, the myriad forms of animal life step forward. It is a planetary biological revolution. The silence of human industry would be replaced by the sounds of the wild. The calls of birds, the rustling of unseen creatures, the distant roar of a predator. These would become the dominant soundscape of Earth. This is not merely a change of leadership. It is a fundamental redefinition of what life on Earth looks like. This new era would be a grand experiment in planetary governance. No single species would likely dominate in the way humans did. Instead, a complex tapestry of animal territories and influences would emerge. The rules would be simpler, perhaps more brutal, dictated by the laws of nature. Survival, adaptation, and procreation would be the driving forces, laid bare for all to see. The Earth would continue its journey around the sun, indifferent to the change in management, yet profoundly altered in its terrestrial expression. The cosmos looks on, as it always has. Human cities, once symbols of our dominion, would transform dramatically. Skyscrapers might become vertical forests, their steel skeletons colonized by ivy and nesting birds. Beavers, nature's engineers, could find new opportunities in our canals and waterways. They might reshape urban landscapes with their dams, creating wetlands where concrete once prevailed. Their industrious nature, already evident in wild rivers, would adapt to these new, resource-rich environments. The remnants of human infrastructure would become novel habitats full of unexpected potential for resourceful creatures. Our homes, schools, and shopping malls would not stand empty for long. Think of weaver birds, meticulously constructing their intricate nests. They might find human structures to be excellent foundations. Their communal living could adapt to apartment buildings, creating vibrant colonies. Smaller mammals like foxes or raccoons, already adept at urban living, would flourish. They would explore these abandoned spaces, finding shelter and new hunting grounds. The distinction between city and wilderness would blur, then ultimately vanish under nature's patient advance. Primates, our closest relatives, possess remarkable intelligence and problem-solving skills. Chimpanzees in the wild use tools for foraging and communication. In a world without human interference, they might explore the remnants of our technology. Perhaps they would learn to manipulate simple machines or understand basic mechanisms left behind. This isn't about them becoming human-like, but about their innate curiosity and adaptability finding new outlets. Their social groups would navigate these changed landscapes, forming new traditions and knowledge passed down through generations. The vast networks of roads and railways, once arteries of human commerce, would find new purposes. Herds of bison or wildebeest might use these cleared pathways for their great migrations, unimpeded by traffic. Tunnels could become dens for bears or wolves. Bridges might serve as nesting sites for cliff-dwelling birds. Nature has a way of repurposing, of finding utility in what is left behind. These structures, built for human convenience, would be integrated into the natural movements and life cycles of the animal kingdom, serving a wilder purpose. The intricate web of life, the food chain, would undergo a significant and immediate restructuring. Apex predators such as wolves, lions, and great sharks would truly reclaim their positions at the top. With human hunting pressures removed, their populations could expand into new territories. This would create a ripple effect throughout entire ecosystems. The balance between predator and prey would shift, leading to healthier, more robust populations of both. The raw, unfiltered processes of natural selection would dictate survival more strongly than ever before. Herbivore populations like deer, antelope, or wild boar would initially experience a boom. Without human culling or habitat destruction, their numbers might surge. However, this growth would soon be checked by the resurgence of their natural predators. This dynamic interplay is crucial for ecosystem health. It prevents overgrazing and ensures that only the fittest individuals survive to reproduce. The landscapes would reflect this renewed balance, with vegetation patterns changing in response to grazing pressures and predator movements. Nature's accounting system is brutally efficient. Plant life, the foundation of most terrestrial ecosystems, would also transform. In areas previously dominated by human agriculture, native plant species would begin to return. Forests might slowly reclaim land once occupied by cities and suburbs. However, in some regions the initial boom in herbivore populations could lead to temporary overgrazing. This would create open grasslands or scrublands where forests once stood. The Earth's green mantle would adjust, patch by patch, to the new animal order, creating a mosaic of diverse habitats. The delicate balance of nature, always in flux, would find a new, wilder equilibrium. This world would be governed by instinct, by the age-old dance of hunter and hunted. The cycles of boom and bust, of drought and plenty, would play out on a grand scale. There would be no artificial interventions, no human attempts to manage or control these processes. It would be a planet operating according to the deep, ancient laws of biology and ecology. A complex system, self-regulating and ever-evolving, as it has for billions of years before us. Animal societies are remarkably diverse, each shaped by the unique evolutionary path of its species. Consider elephant herds, led by wise, experienced matriarchs. These leaders hold generations of knowledge about migration routes, water sources, and social etiquette. Their complex social bonds and communication ensure the cohesion and survival of the group. Such societies, built on cooperation and inherited wisdom, would manage vast territories, their governance rooted in deep ecological understanding. Their decisions would shape the landscape. Wolf packs offer another model of social structure. They operate with a clear hierarchy, typically led by an alpha pair. This organization is essential for cooperative hunting of large prey and for raising pups. Every member of the pack has a role, contributing to the overall success of the group. Their territories would be fiercely defended, their social rules strictly enforced. This kind of disciplined, cooperative society would thrive in a world where teamwork determines sustenance and security. The howl of the wolf would be a declaration of its sovereign domain. Then there are the insect superorganisms like ant and termite colonies. These societies function as massive, decentralized systems where millions of individuals work in concert. Their complex nests and foraging strategies are marvels of collective intelligence and efficiency. Ant colonies can reshape soil and influence plant distribution on a significant scale. In a world ruled by animals, these tiny architects and farmers would continue their tireless work, their collective impact far greater than their individual size suggests. Their cities are built on instinct and pheromonal communication. This new world order would not feature a single global animal government. Instead, it would be a mosaic of countless animal societies, each with its own rules, territories, and ways of life. From the solitary existence of a jaguar to the bustling communities of prairie dogs, life would be organized according to 1,000,000 different blueprints. The Earth would be a patchwork of these natural sovereignties. The profound question for any lingering human observers would be, can we truly comprehend such diverse intelligences, and could we ever find a new, humbler way to coexist within this vibrant, animal-led world?